All right, I'm not going to be holding anything back for you guys. I'm going to show you my complete journey on how I made $429,000 from my digital-based business. This is a mixture of a couple of services that I used to have, and I'll be going over what I'm doing currently now to make more than this by the end of the year. So I'm going to bring you through the story here, and here's the screenshot for your proof. And you can utilize this to help you scale your creator founder business, whether you want to have a digital product or some sort of digital service. To be talking more so on the digital product side. And actually, I've made more than this, which is pretty cool. And this is one screenshot. I'll show you a couple other screenshots from other platforms that we collect money on. So, all right, so let's get in the beginning. So I've been posting content for a while, but I actually really haven't taken it serious until 2023. And the reason why I even got into it in the first place is I started a content agency. I was a part of that first wave of TikTok clippers, bringing people over to TikTok, cutting up their podcast, posting it. I ended up working with some really cool people, right? I started posting here. I wasn't inconsistent with it. You can see these are in like 2022. I began to become consistent with it in 2023. I was putting out content for the first time, understood the value of it. And what I really was doing in the beginning is just testing things out. That's what you guys need to do, is just test content. And I'll also be going over how you can start so you do not have to waste years like I did. I could just show you the full-on system to actually, make this amount right off the bat and not have to go through the trials and tribulations I have went through. In the beginning over here, I was just testing content. Okay. I did have a great grasp in the beginning. When you first start posting, it's not going to do that well. Takes time. And you can see, look, I'm in my crappy room with things written all over my desk here. So yeah, it was a journey. It's been a journey so far. Yeah. Through that though, the real thing in the beginning is consistency. Can you fail your way to your 100th video? Okay. The quicker you can fail your way through the 100th video, that is how you find clarity. Okay. Because without creating a bunch of content here, you never figure out how to improve by 1%. I made that percent sound backwards, by 1% on each video. Okay. You never figure out how to do that unless you stay consistent. So you find a lot of clarity in consistency. And that's how I started to gain attraction here. You can see, I had a video hit almost 1 million views, 15K, 200K, 25K. And really what I was doing off the bat was just mimicking people I liked. I saw this type of content I liked out there. It fell within my niche. So what I like to call is bubbles. There's bubbles within niches. Say you're a fitness coach. I'm just going to do a dumbbell here. You're a fitness coach. That's a bubble, but there could even be more bubbles in this, like running, but let's just use fitness coach for now. There's other things that your audience is going to be interested in, right? So you need to expand the bubble, because the biggest thing that I figured out, the best way to get attraction, so virality equals broad. Okay. So you need to expand upon your bubble. So people who are interested in fitness, the bigger bubble could just be like lifestyle. Okay. Lifestyle. And there's other things that are in this lifestyle bubble, like meditation, testosterone optimization, whatever it is. Like there's bigger and bigger bubbles, there's smaller bubbles. So whatever niche that you're in, or whatever content you like creating, if you want to go viral, you got to go broad. All right. So that's what I started to do in the beginning. And as I was explained before, consistently led to clarity. I was consistently starting to hit videos that would get a bunch of views here. There was one thing though. There was one thing that I became super clear on, and I was just talking about viral equals broad. And this is good when it comes to content to go viral. But what I figured out is that views does not translate to dollars. Okay, even with my content agency, when I was helping people out, I was really focused on the view aspect. Hey, we're going to edit some videos for you. We're going to get you some views. It's going to be great. You're going to love it. Okay. That didn't entirely work out, right? Because long behold, what everybody's figuring out right now, and what I figured out a long time ago, is that views does not translate to dollars. Okay. So this is a basic funnel here. You have your content at the top, just call it short form content. There are so many other steps that your viewer has to go through in order to purchase something. So when we were working on stuff on our content agency up here, it was hard to get direct results for our clients. Okay. So there's still value in this and working on stuff. And that's what we're doing with our content agency. And what we did was just launch a better digital offer. So instead of like promising views, we just kind of dumbed it down in a way. Okay. We didn't make a promise. We dumbed it down and just placed editors into businesses. We scaled that up to, quite a large thing where people could come to us and they could hire an editor that was already fully trained. And the reason why this worked is because we weren't like guaranteeing some views. Like we were implementing editors into businesses that were already like doing well in social media. They just needed a great editor, because finding a great editor is hard. Finding a great editor who knows how to do social media is very hard. So they would just come to us for that. We dumbed it down. and we charged them way more for that because we really focused on making this editor the best possible editor ever. So that's the content agency side of things where we launched that better offer and we scaled that up quite a bit. And I started to attract people all through content here. That was the beautiful thing. Like I found that clarity that views does not equal dollars. And I'll also talk about like some other things that we did as far as really high ticket clients and working more on this stuff and kind of where I'm at now. But yeah, so I pretty much grew this business all just by posting content. Okay. Nothing was really complicated about it. So I'll give it to you here. So all it really was is just winning content, community development, which I'll be talking about in a bit, becoming a leader within the space, interaction, and then winning offer. These are the only things you need in place. You don't need some crazy funnel. I'll be going over, how if you need to set up a funnel and how to keep it simple, but keep it converting. You don't need anything crazy to get results like this. We were getting $70,000 a month just from our content agency. And there was other things that we were working on at the time. I started to change my content style because of this thing that we built out, winning content and becoming a leader. So going viral all the time is not what you want to do. Okay. Virality, once again, does not equal sales. Becoming a leader within your space equals sales because people want to be led. You got to become that ultimate authority figure within the space in order for them to trust you, which is so important for them to convert into whatever product you're selling. So that's what I became. I changed up my content style and there was a couple things I did with that. One was like develop a series that made it really easy for me to consistently go viral. Some of you guys still might see my series now where I break down somebody's funnel, right? That is just something that was easy to make, was consistent across the board as far as, hey, what's my next video gonna be? Oh, I could just do someone's funnel and break it down. I know it's going to do well. So developing a series is a great thing. Content funnel. So as I was explaining before, you also want to think about your content as a funnel. There's viral content where you wanted to get, millions and millions of views. There's more niche specific content. So this kind of content, you're not trying to go viral, right? You're just trying to nurture the audience, let them know what you do, let them know something a little bit more specific, directly speaking to your buyer in a way. Then there's the converting content. Okay. So there's content that you could have call to actions that convert people into whatever. It could be a lead magnet. It could be your actual product, service, whatever. You want to think of your content as a funnel. And that is exactly what I started to develop. And from there, you want to also have a content flywheel. That's what I had as well. I would rework other pieces of content. I would take some content, make it into a newsletter. So developing a content flywheel is really important. Coming up with a series makes that happen as well. From this, I just really grew my account, right? I was doing the content agency, talking about editing a lot, talking about like strategy behind content, all that type of stuff. Remember going back to the bubbles, I would expand my bubble to attract the right people who would be interested in content. That's what I was doing here. And I was starting to get a bunch of views. And then that's when I decided to launch my digital product here. And the reason why is because I wanted to play the game. Okay. A lot of the people that I was servicing were making millions off of digital products. I think we're at a time right now where it makes sense to get into digital products. Like right now is probably the best time ever to get into digital products just because of the state of how education is viewed right now. People don't trust it. People don't want to spend thousands of dollars going to college when you could just buy a course online and learn a whole lot more. So I was really playing the game. I converted my knowledge here. That's all you need to do is just convert your knowledge. And I have extensive knowledge when it comes to editing. I just converted that into a digital product. And upon my first initial launch, you can see here November 21st to December 22nd, in a single month, we got $23,000 just by playing the game, developing a digital product. And the best way to go about developing a digital product as well is like take your skill and then ask people within your audience, what are the major problems that you face when trying to learn the particular skill that you know that they want to learn, okay? And whatever like the top 5 things are, you just develop your tutorials off of that, okay? That's your MVP. And that's exactly what I did. So in the beginning, it was just teaching people how to do advanced animations, okay? And then I just created a couple tutorials on that and ended up selling $23,000 worth of course sales here. And then from there, that's when I really discovered the real game, okay? I learned the real game, which is, like I was saying, views to dollars. There's so many other steps that happen here in order to convert views into a digital product. Of course, when I had my digital service, I kept the funnel simple, like just winning content, becoming a leader in the space with a winning offer allows you to easily scale. I do think the digital product space is heavily changing, and it's changing for a good reason. Everybody wants to get in it, but that just means there's a whole bunch of sucky people. So it's really easy for you to stand out if you just do the right things. So through this process of me developing my own digital product, that's when I learned the real game, right? I learned the actual true game of converting views into dollars. And there's steps that need to happen. And here's why you want to learn this as well. You want to avoid BCS. What's BCS, you're asking me? Well, that's broke creator syndrome, okay? Today, there's more broke creators than ever. The whole Gary V method of value, right hooked for call to action to whatever digital product you're selling or digital service that you're selling, that is going away. That is why there's so many broke creators. And I think that's the reason why I was able to convert so well off of just creating content was this aspect right here, becoming the leader, becoming the guide. Okay, so it's not all about posting value content anymore, right? You have to cultivate a world, be the leader for your world. That's how you get away from broke creator syndrome. Here's the hidden secret I found out to social media and digital business in general. Understanding this will actually make you become a millionaire. First is the offer stack. All the info creators out there, they have a well-designed offer stack. Okay, so most people have your DIY, do it yourself, DWY, do it with you, and then DFY, done for you. And this can be a couple variations of things right here. The done for you can be a content agency. The DWY can be consulting, and the DIY can be digital course. Okay, so that whoever goes through it has to do it themselves. I know my handwriting's beautiful, by the way, so but yeah, whoever has to go through the course, they do it themselves. That's how you want to stack it. And all of these should play beautifully with each other. Somebody comes through your digital course. They come through your consulting. They can be upsold to your done-for-you agency. If consulting is your highest thing, then you can have like one-on-one consulting and then group coaching consulting and then a DIY digital product or, like school community or something like that. So the offer stack is what makes people rich. And then there's one more thing to this, which is actually developing a SaaS company. We see the biggest creators getting into that. Alex Hormozi, Dan Koh, they all just like end up developing a SaaS company. Iman Ghazi did it. So that's like even the higher offer within there. But this right here will make you a millionaire. And the reason why is because here's your audience. A very small portion of your audience will be able to afford your high ticket offer. So that's like something above $2,000. Another portion of your audience will be able to afford your medium ticket, which is your done with you. And this is like anything from $800 to $1,500 a month. Okay, like affording something like that. And then the majority of your audience too here will only ever pay for your DIY. They're never going to pay for your high ticket thing. They'll only ever pay for your DIY. So you might as well capitalize off of them. And this is what it looks like. A lot of creators are making most of their money selling this very high ticket thing that they have, but they use that DIY as the foundation for their high ticket. And a school community is a beautiful thing for that because you get that recurring revenue and it's a foundation. Then you can also upsell these people because there will be people within here, right, who will want to be upsold. There will be people in here who will never want to be upsold, but there are going to be people who want to go through this process here, want to keep on leveling up. So that's the stack, the offer stack, and it all needs to work beautifully together. Number two is actually capturing attention. So this goes back into the whole virality thing. Views does not equate to dollars. There's one thing to gain attention. There's another to capture attention. And there's a lot of ways to do this through content, through lead magnets, through the actual funnel within itself to actually capture the attention and hold it. But when it comes to content, this is what it's going to look like. You want to get views. Obviously, we're talking about how content can be a funnel, and this is what I was doing for myself. Then you want to develop fans. This is something that's going away. You need to be that cool kid in school type of ordeal, right? You need to be that cool guy on social media. And how do people know that you're a cool guy, you're a reputable guy, you're an authority, you are trustworthy, right? It's because other people are into you. That's how you know. It's the old restaurant adage here. How do you know a restaurant's a good restaurant without looking at the reviews and without looking at the menu? Well, when you go there, how many people are in that restaurant? There's a ton of people in that restaurant already. That's a great sign that the restaurant is really good. The same thing goes for your brand that you're building for yourself. How do people know that you're trustworthy, reputable, you're a cool person to watch? The content's one thing to get them in the door, but are there other people just interacting with you? Are there a lot of fans of yourself? And that's not just in followers. That's actually in interactions. And when you develop fans, you develop community. And when you have community, you can easily sell. Selling through a community is so much easier. Gurus try to do this. They try to sell through views. That's how you end up as the guy who has 50,000 followers and only making $3,000 a month, and cries to his girlfriend why he's only making $3,000 a month every single day. And he gives all that money away to his girlfriend, only for his girlfriend to go over to the rich creator who has 2,000 followers and is making $20,000 a month. So don't be the broke creator. This process right here, going from views to selling, is how you become a BCS, or that's how you get to the BCS, broke creator syndrome. And this is what I really discovered. That was kind of my journey here through starting my content, doing the content agency, making it more into an editor marketplace, figuring out how to just convert people over from winning content and being a community, avoiding broke creator syndrome, releasing my digital product, and still have this going, by the way, and having other digital products. And by the way, if you want to learn how to do your own digital products, learn how to make this much, learn how to make over $400,000 this year, learn how to scale your creator founder business, then check the link in the description. I'm accepting 5 people this month for a one-on-one consultation, and we're going to be scaling your creator founder business to $1 per follower or to $20,000 a month, or adding an extra 20K onto your creator founder business at the moment. So join that. We got really cool people within their inner circle. The link is in the description for that. Now I'm going to show you my funnel. All right, what I'm currently running at the moment to make more than what I made in 2023. I want to make more than that by the end of 2024. I'm going to be showing you my funnel on exactly how I'm doing that. So what my funnel looks like at the moment is just running Instagram, right? I'm creating reels. I'm popping off on Instagram, doing well. And through there, I have that pair with ManyChat. So every single creator that you see on Instagram is now doing ManyChat. What that is really the best way to get leads, okay, is utilizing ManyChat here, right? So you create a free product. These are some of my free products I have: Viral Hook Formula, DM Guide, Grow to 10,000 a month school community guide. So these are some free products that I have, and I'm using ManyChat to capture those leads. Once I capture those leads, I'm getting their email. They're put onto a email list. They're going into an auto email sequence. And the way the email is set up is like email 1, giving some value, email 2, story and value, email 3, promotion, hand raiser, and then another email to push towards the product or service that I'm selling. And then after that, they're on that welcome sequence. Then we're sending out 3 emails a week, 3 value emails a week, all designed to provide more value. And then of course, push people into the digital product that we're selling. Within these email sequences, we bring people over to a VSL. And a VSL just stands for video sales letter. It's a video designed to sell somebody at the end, designed to have them take immediate action at the end. It's not necessarily like this broad thing. When they're watching a VSL, they almost know that they're being sold to, or they really do know that they're being sold to. The viewer does. It's really designed to have them take immediate action at the end. So when they take immediate action, the call to action is for them to re-DM us back in Instagram. Okay, so then you have DM interactions and then sell them on your product. There's some other things that can be involved here depending on if you're selling a high ticket product or if you're selling a lower ticket product. Some of these things could be cut out. For a high ticket product, typically a sales call is needed, but I'm actually working with people right now within the inner circle who are doing 20K, 30K a month without any sales calls and having a high ticket product. So there are ways to avoid a sales call, but it has to be done right. There's a couple other things that you can add here, but this right here is just a winning system. Okay, I'm gonna go over it real quick. Instagram, ManyChat, and you could also do ManyChat hand raisers. And what these hand raisers look like, something like this: reply with a certain word. It's just a story post that you're doing on Instagram, and with that hand raiser, they're replying to. Then they could be sent your VSL, right? If you're doing immediate call to action to a digital product that you're selling or some sort of coaching service, they're sent the VSL. At the VSL, they're told to take action at the end by DMing you. Through the DMs, you then talk to them, either sell them into the digital product or have them book a call. Other thing we're doing with that, once again, is just using ManyChat to free products, okay? And we're putting them on the email list. They go through a welcome sequence that brings them to the VSL, over into the DM interaction, and then selling them at the end. And then 3 emails filled with value every single week. That's the system that I'm currently running at the moment to scale my one digital product to $100,000 a month. So now I want to give you some actionable things to start, right? That was kind of a lot. I'm sure you guys are feeling a little bit overwhelmed by this, by my journey and exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to be giving you the exact steps to start right now so that you can be making $10,000 a month by the end of this month. This is everything that you need to do. Okay, so number 1 is pick a platform. To be honest, YouTube is a hard platform to start on. LinkedIn can be a hard platform to start on. If you're not equipped to making content, the barrier of entry to these types of things is a little difficult. LinkedIn, not so much. It's just, if you're selling a digital product, Twitter or Instagram is going to be your best bet. Instagram is really great for going viral super quickly and then leveraging that virality into the other stuff that I was talking about. Twitter is really good for super low friction. Just, it's easy to make a tweet. It's easy to write something. It's easy to do mass volume on Twitter, but it's a little bit harder to grow that audience. Instagram is super easy for growing an audience. YouTube, definitely can start on that if you want. If you're great at YouTube, I almost consider YouTube a middle of funnel type of thing, and you don't really need that many views to convert. You can do 1,000 views every single video, and you can make 30 to 50K a month just by only getting 1,000 views on your video. You just got to have the right content strategy and the right funnel strategy set up with YouTube. But pick a platform. Just pick one. All right. And then the second thing is develop a skill. So some of you already have skills developed. Some of you guys already solved a problem within your life. And a clear example of this is, let's say you had low testosterone and you naturally increase your testosterone in a month. That right there is knowledge that can be packaged up into a digital product. Okay. You can become the testosterone guy who teaches people how to increase their testosterone naturally. You can develop a course around that. You can develop high ticket consulting around that. Develop a skill. If you don't have one, just go on YouTube, consume something. We got copywriting here. Communication could be a skill that you could teach people. If you know how to build simple SaaS companies, that can be packaged up. What you're really doing is just taking that skill and the knowledge around how to do that skill and packaging that up to teach other people. So now that you have your skill, you need to find your favorite creators. Obviously, the content you need to make has to kind of revolve around the skill. There are different strategies, like the whole get people interested in you, like you are the niche. You still want to be creating content in your particular niche per se, but you can branch out to it. And that's where that bubble thing that I was talking about previously really helps you out. But find your favorite creators. This is the best way to start. 5 to 10 of your favorite creators within your niche, or, you know, things that they're saying that resonate with you. Put them in an Excel spreadsheet. You're going to be studying their content. All right. The best way to study their content is to synthesize their content. All right, so we got some favorite creators here. We got Joseph Sarr, who's a great speaker who talks about communications and being articulate. Vin Gang, same thing, talks about communications. Got the Daily Stoic here, who talks about being stuck. So what you can do is take these creators and synthesize their content. And we got a YouTube video that can be synthesized into a short form video. And the way you would want to go about this here is finding winning ideas. Everyone thinks attention is the new oil. Well, winning ideas is gold. Okay. If you are able to mine out the winning ideas and present them in the correct format, that's how you begin to grow your audience. And the best way to find winning ideas is to find validated ideas. Okay. So if we go over to somebody like Joseph Sarr here, go over to popular, we can see his most viral videos. Okay, speak more articulately than 99% of people. Now you can take this video and rework it into a short form post, rework it into a tweet, add your own perspective on top of it. And another thing that you can do here is change the formatting of the video. So it could be a speak more articulate than 99% of people. There's a lot of information in here, but if you then go over, if you take that video, instead of just sitting in front of the camera and just providing value, you can change the format up. You can make it look like something like this, where you're just providing value here. So that's how you take a winning idea. You want to change it up a little bit, add your perspective on top, and then change the format, right? And that's how you synthesize content. Your favorite creators are doing at the moment. Everyone's kind of stealing content from each other. And if we even look at this guy, Daily Stoic, I'm going to go over to his account here. That is all Daily Stoic's doing. He has literally built a $5 million a year business off of synthesizing content from the old time Stoics. Okay. He's synthesizing ancient philosophers. He's taking their winning ideas and presenting it in a format that fits social media and the modern person. That is all he is doing. Most of his videos are like top 3 things Seneca said and how it applies to your life today. That's all he's doing. He is a synthesizer. And that's all you need to do. You need to synthesize the winning content. So that's step number 3. Now you're going to move on to monetization. And to monetize, this is where you need to start building that ecosystem. You just don't post a video and then all of a sudden just collect a bunch of money. You need to develop that funnel. You need to develop that ecosystem. You need to get away from just gaining attention and move towards capturing attention and holding attention. I talked about, as far as content strategy, how you need to be the leader to even start to capture attention, but there are other more like tactical things that you can do. And of course is first just develop your lead magnet. And your lead magnet is just solving a very small problem for your targeted audience. Think about it this way. If you developed an entire course for, let's say, teaching people how to be better at public speaking, say you have an entire course on that. A lead magnet can just be a small module within that course, or a small lesson within a module in that course. That's all your lead magnet really is. And you take that and give it away for free, all in the name of collecting emails. Because when you capture somebody's email, you can now contact them off platform and develop more of a relationship. And if people are reading your emails, that means that they're spending more time with you. That's why I also think YouTube is great for more middle funnel type of content, just because if somebody's sitting down for 10, 20 minutes watching a video, that means more of a connection is being established. When more of a connection connection is being established, more authority and trust is being developed. And that's why we're seeing a lot of top creators use email, is because they want the viewer to spend more time with them. And email, you can just provide a lot more value, display more of your authority, display more trust. So create an email, collect emails, and then from there, you're just going to develop a product. When developing your product, I talked about this earlier, but you want to develop your minimal viable product. You don't need the entire course created to develop your product. And actually what you really want to do, and most creators don't share this, is going back to that offer stack. If you're doing some sort of coaching, let's go back to that communication program. You don't want to develop that program actually all the way through. What you want to do is take on a really small group of your high ticket products. So going to the public speaking thing, that can be a very small group of people who want to learn public speaking and get one-on-one coaching from you. You can charge a lot for that. You can charge anywhere from 2K to 10K, maybe even up if you're, an expert within the industry. You can charge a lot. And that is then how you develop your other product. Because through the process of one-on-one coaching where you actually hop on calls with them, that's when you really discover their problems. And then that's when you start creating material around their problems. You start creating courses. You start creating modules around their problem. If somebody was going to re-sign on with you for your one-on-one coaching, could you just give them a course to go through? Because you helped all these other people, the common problems. Here's some material that they can have to go through right away and then work with you one-on-one. And you take that material and then use that for your lower ticket things. So the stack is really important. That's how you develop a product. You actually don't need a product. You just need to sell access to you. And then number 6 is to then promote. And the best way to promote is with hand raisers. Hand raisers is where you're just calling out, you're saying, I'm looking for X amount of people and I have a story post that I've created here. So are you a creator founder? Just calling out my audience. I have 2 spots left in June for my one-on-one mentorship for creators to scale their business to $1 per follower guaranteed. If you want in, DM me founder. And I showed you the system that I run with that. This is the system, but this is this hand raiser post that we're doing. This is lethal. Okay. You just don't want to be putting links to your product or to your checkout page. You need other things in there. You need interaction. You need to develop that funnel. And then emails are really great for doing hand raisers. You can create a value email and have a hand raiser at the end. Reply to this email founder for more information on how to join this one-on-one mentorship. So emails are a really great place to do that. This is underutilized for a lot of people. Story posts are underutilized for a lot of people. So if you guys want to learn how to do all this and even more and scale your business, create a team around it, then check the link in the description. I'm only accepting 5 more people for my creator founder mentorship where we scale your business to 20K a month in revenue and up. So check that out. With that, thanks for watching this video and I'll see you in the next one.